and this is going to be my review of Daredevil Born Again Episode 2, Shoot for the Moon. Oh my gosh, what? Welcome back to Dream B Reviews. Bloody hell, what an episode. Man, they really went for it. And you know what? I have so much to talk about. Come on, let's go. I think this episode is a really strong one. One of the big reasons is because Bullseye's back. And that's because I think they've learned how to use this character so well. He feels dangerous, unpredictable, and I feel he's exactly what the show needs. I have to have one little picky, bony thing. I'm not feeling the costumes. It's not that I don't like it. I just have fond memories of Colin Firth's version of Bullseye playing opposite Matt Damon with the bullseye on his forehead. It just felt more unhinged and theatrical. I don't know, this one just makes him feel more proper and assassin-like, which I totally understand why they did it. I'm just missing some of that mad carnage. That said, I'm loving the way they're using Poindexter, seeing him go back to the church, hearing more about his backstory and about his character. Just feel like it's allowing us to see something different, and you can tell the show is setting us up to see a different layer of the character. I definitely have to say I'm really loving the way that the show is depicting Matt and Karen's relationship. It's so good to have them back again. And I love how they're letting us see it slowly, the connection be re-established, and also reminding us of their differences and how their history matters. And I think the show is doing it piece by piece, which feels deliberate and for me allows each time we see them, allow these emotional beats to not be rushed, which I think is great. I'm also good to get back and find out what's happened to Cherry, Matt's friend, and what that now adds to the stakes that are being delivered. The fact that we know that Bullseye is the one that killed the guys in Cherry's house adds another layer of chaos to everything for Daredevil and Matt and where the season is going to be going. What I feel is one of the strongest parts of this episode that make it work so well is the combination of Bullseye and Daredevil being used together. I mean, they're not just being used for the sake of action, but their relationship just allows the story to have such a beautiful tension. The fact that now Bullseye is a third force in the middle of everything makes the whole story so much more interesting. It's not just Matt versus Fisk anymore. There's another layer, and I think it really allows the episode to expand and just feel so good. And then we've got to talk about Fisk and that fake smile. Oh my gosh, when he puts out the video asking people to help look for missing Matt Murdock, it was so formative and such an amazing power play. The fact that he calling Matt a hero, but making sure that he's controlling the narrative truly lets me know that Fisk is such a great villain. When it comes to the fighting and just the action, oh my gosh, it's so good in this episode. I love the way they're using these really tight spaces like someone's bedroom or an interior, because it just makes the whole fight feel so much more rougher, intense, less polished and more chaotic, which definitely suits the show so perfectly. And then there's that, I love that, for me, I love the moment where Daredevil grabs the gun and points it at the vigilante police force and looks like he's gonna shoot, but smiles and then carries on fighting. And I thought that just added such a little touch of dark humor to the scene, which just made you appreciate, oh yeah, you get it. They're having some fun in a very intense scene. When it comes to the political side of the story, I do feel the show is a little bit on the nose. And you know what? I don't feel it's a bad thing. I just feel like it allows the show to feel connected to the world we live in today, especially when you're looking at power, image, and public perception, and how that is being handled. It definitely feels like it's giving the show definitely more layers that when you're watching it. And I have to talk about the way the supporting cast are being used. I love the fact that the sideline characters are getting time to breathe, and the show is allowing for them to do so much more. It's not just about punch, but every character seems to be having a storyline which in the end feed back into the main story, which is Matt and Wilson Fisk, and also New York City. And I love that this is allowing to help the show to feel so much more grander than what I think season 1 was trying to do. I really love Daniel and BB's scene, the dinner scene. It's clearly showing that he cares about the character BB, but also lets you know that he's smart. I reckon he knows. He must know by now she's the one leaking the stuff, but it just allows that scene to show the suspicion and also affection. Another standout scene has to be the Wilson Fisk scene with him and Wilson's challenging him about the leaked footage. And that exchange and delivery, just lets you know that Blake, this character, is such a strong character, and the actor presenting him. And then also the scene with him and Buck where they're just chatting. I think the show is just allowing to show how important he is in the wider power structure. And in a weird way, this character is becoming more and more interesting for me. As in, I'm concerned. I don't want him to meet his end anytime soon. I feel like some people might think the Vanessa and Fisk stuff is a little bit cheesy or too obvious, because clearly the show is trying to show there's parallels between Matt and Karen. As in, one side you can see Matt and Karen, and the other side you can see Vanessa and Fisk. But I feel like I understand what they're trying to do. They're trying to show us the mirror between the two relationships. And I think that's a smart idea, even if it may feel a little bit on the nose. So, when it comes to the pacing, I really love how this episode is moving forward to me. I know I definitely talked about the first episode that I feel is a bit slow. Finally, though, I think this episode, the show feels like it's settling in and starting to cook. And then also you can definitely feel the end of the episode truly backs up this feeling that they're in the right place now. Overall, I like what's being shown. I'm kind of feeling that this chapter is finally starting. And honestly, yeah, I'm ready to go. I'm up for it. So that's going to be the end of my review. I personally really enjoyed this episode. I think it does a great job in expanding the world while still keeping the focus on Matt, Bullseye, and Fisk. So I need to ask you the question, have you seen this episode? What did you think of it? Did you like it? Did you love it? Do you think I'm being too critical of the whole Vanessa and Wilson Fisk mirroring of Matt and Karen's relationship? Let me know in the comments below. What did you think of Daniel Blake's character? Are you a fan? Do you love his work? Let me know what was the best scene for you. Thank you so much for clicking on this. And also remember, if you can dream, you can be. And also, if you want to check out more of my stuff, I've got some more stuff here. And if you want to check out the first episode that I reviewed of Daredevil Born Again, episode 1, check here. All right, thank you so much. And please remember, if you can dream, you can be.